think some of you might have the wrong idea about martial arts classes. It's not always just about fitness, it's not always just about discipline, but in this case, it might actually save your life one day. You need to hear about Cherry Hill Martial Arts and Fitness. Hilary Ettenson with parkbench.com, and I'm here with Joe Mertz from Cherry Hill Martial Arts and Fitness. Joe, thank you so much for being with me.
You're welcome. Good morning.
Absolutely. So first off, tell me, what is Cherry Hill Martial Arts and Fitness?
We are a traditional ITF Taekwondo school. ITF International Taekwondo Federation. We've been in business for roughly 15, 16 years in the Cherry Hill area.
Okay, and I'm a little new to it. I never took karate, taekwondo as a kid. What are the differences? I know some people get confused when, they'll hear taekwondo and they just think karate, or I know there's all different, Muay Thai, and what are some of the differences?
Basically, a punch is a punch, a kick is a kick.
Yes.
That's not going to change. What could change could be a stance, the way you stand between certain punches, certain kicks. We also practice what we call forms or patterns. So some of those disciplines may do katas, some may call something else. That changes from taekwondo to tung sudo to karate to any type of discipline of martial arts. Some forms don't have it. We are basically a stand-up art, punching and kicking.
Where does taekwondo originate from?
Korea. We're Korean martial art.
Okay. And so how did you get involved? Is this something you did as a kid or later on?
No, as a child, as a kid, especially in the Cherry Hill area, I played basketball in high school.
So how'd you get into taekwondo?
Well, here's the story. So I played basketball, and then I realized there's not much room for a 6'2" center in the NBA.
Yeah.
Next course, I started playing ice hockey after high school. Again, I did that after about 30, 31. Marriage, kids, retired. No more sports. My youngest daughter was about 6, shy, didn't have a lot of confidence. Let's just get into martial arts. Let's try something different. So I'm sitting on the bench, kind of like, I can do that.
This looks kind of fun.
I can do that too. And the instructor's like, why don't you come try? I'm like, hey, my knee's bad. I'm like, no, just give me 3 months. If I can't help you, here's your money back. In 3 months, I was up and down the stairs, no pain. I was having a blast, and myself, my wife, and my other daughter also joined. So it became a family thing.
It's a family affair. Who would have thought? So how did you get involved with the school?
This is the only school I've been at. I've been involved with instructors, but this is the only school I've really trained at. I will tell you that this school saved my life.
Oh, please.
Yes.
More. This, saved your life. We want to hear more of that.
When I was about 8 weeks from my black belt test, I was diagnosed with cancer. And they said, you gotta have a surgery. I was a stage 4 malignant melanoma in the middle of my back. Didn't even know I had it. I'm thinking, I'm in great shape. I'm 185 pounds. I'm doing things I haven't done in years. Like, no, you're losing weight. You're not losing weight because you're working out. You lose weight because you're losing weight. So, off they said surgery. Boom. First surgery was done. So it was about 2 weeks. I'm like, I'm still testing. I don't care. I'm going for it. Like, we got to do another surgery. So we went back in again to dig more out of my back. So I have about 90 stitches out of my back within 4 weeks of just digging this cancer. Okay. The students here, the instructor at the time was just like at my house every day, making sure I was okay. And it just really helped me pull me through it to help get me to my next step of the journey.
Build you up emotionally.
Emotionally, just keep my head above it. I was ready to shut down. I'm done. Leave me alone. I'm not talking about it. I don't want to talk to anybody. I'm done. Mm-hmm. Like, nope, come to school. So even with the stitch in my back, I was here taking notes, just trying to follow through and staying in touch with the adults who were here at the time. Staying in touch with the instructor.
Give you something else to think about as opposed to just thinking
and I still,
about the
and then I was in May. I told the doctor after he took the stitches out, I said, I'm going to fight in July. Well, yeah, don't think so.
I'm going to take it easy.
He said, no, I said, I have to prove up here that I can still do it. So I drove to Pittsburgh, which the driver almost killed me.
5-6 hours in a car after a few surgeries.
So was sitting in the gym, waiting for my time to go fight, and I was like, I can't watch this. My training partner's like, you're nuts. I'm not watching this. So they left. I had 3 very tough fights. It was 5-4, 5-4, and 5-4. Won all 3. Sat down with my instructor, and I'm like, maybe the doctor was right. I'm like kind of feeling
every taken it a little
bit easy. But then I knew that I was on my way back. Mm-hmm. I knew that I could do this. I knew what Taekwondo has done for me at this point. 3 months later, or it was October, I tested for a black belt. 18-hour test.
18?
18 was over 3 days.
3 days? A 3-day test?
5 nights, Saturday night, Sunday. And they kicked my butt from one end of the soccer field to the other. It was just, but I did it. And I have 18 people I tested with who helped pull me through that day. As much as I helped pull them to that day, they pulled me the rest of the way.
Well, I suppose it's black belt for a reason. It shouldn't be easy.
It's not easy. And they told me, they said, we're not going easy on you. We're coming at you with guns a-blazing. Like, okay, bring it. Hey, bring it.
I was going to ask what might be different about this school than maybe others, but I think you already answered it. This is...
We are very traditional in what we do. Now, I'm not beating kids with a sword.
Yes.
Say, do it better, do it. But when it comes...
This isn't the Karate Kid,
Yeah, we are very traditional in how we teach. We follow the encyclopedia. It's been handed down through the generations. We've been recognized all over the world. Myself, but also my instructor, have just been recognized by different countries. We host an event every year, which last year we had, before COVID, we had 9 countries represented coming to the South Jersey area to take place in a tournament, a Hall of Fame dinner. And it's just really, we want to do things the right way. We are not what they call a belt factory or a McDojo. The kids will earn their belts. The adults will earn their belts.
It's not like having a whole class of kids and like, yay, you all pass up to next level.
They will. Like I'm just doing the belt testing for this month right now, and there's 5 kids who are testing. They're just not ready, and I'm not going. The money's not worth it to me.
And that's how probably kids get hurt. If you're.
They believe once they think that they become Bruce Lee. You put a black belt around the waist, like I'm invincible.
I'm invincible. I'm unstoppable.
And I'm like, I can pick you up and carry you away. And just kick me as hard as you want, you're not going to hurt me. And I have to make sure they understand that. Getting a black belt does not make you Bruce Lee.
Yes.
It makes your journey your journey. It makes you who you are. And that's what kids have to understand. And adults have to understand too.
Now, you talked about adults, that this is not just for kids. This is also adults. Tell me about some of the adult classes that you also offer.
We have one of the best adult programs in the South Jersey area. We have more adults than most schools get. Because I'm focusing on not only physical wellness, but mental wellness. Because some adults can't do everything. They can't do what a 17-year-old can do.
We're not quite as flexible anymore.
We don't heal like they did.
Nope.
We found that we hurt a knee. Like,
you wake up the next morning and you feel that hit.
And they have to go to work and they have to do different things. So I can't have them getting a broken nose or a fat lip and going to work saying, man, we had sparring last night.
You're wondering if you're in a secret fight club.
Yeah, we don't talk about fight club. So a lot of my adults are in it for the mental wellness. And we just started doing a study with a couple physical therapy schools about how can Taekwondo help with brain trauma patients. And we just started preparing this study. It's waiting for proof right now from Bancroft.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I would love to hear about that. My mom was actually a physical therapist, so.
If you look at Alzheimer's and Parkinsons, it's at an all-time low in the Asian countries.
Okay.
It's on an all-time rise here. They're doing Tai Chi every day on the lawn. We started a study with one of the doctors, one of my adult black belts is a doctor. She works at Bancroft. We're starting a study for how can physical therapy and Taekwondo be married together to help brain trauma or Parkinson's or Alzheimer's. So we're just in the beginning stages of it, but it's growing quickly. We have 2 doctors on board, and plus myself, and we're creating a curriculum to help with balance and memorization and just coordination and how can we help rebuild the brain, well, keep the brain
Oh my God, that is amazing.
So it's a starting. You're the kind of one of the first people to hear about it, but it is starting. All the studies are about Tai Chi. There was not one study about Taekwondo.
Okay, so hopefully we're going to get some more information
and see if we can help.
Oh,
How can we give back?
Yeah.
And I'm a big on how we give back. You know, whether it be this study or we do women's self-defense seminars, which we do at no charge.
Oh, I would love to hear more about that.
And we just come in and we bring in 15, 20, 25 ladies. We talk about a lot about awareness. Not so much how you're going to beat somebody up, but
Right.
what's around you.
Mm-hmm.
What do most people do today when they leave the mall? Phone.
Yep.
Let me check my phone. Let me text message. Well, how about the guy behind you?
Mm-hmm.
How about the guy over there?
Just being aware of your
You
surroundings.
have to know your surroundings, and your phone shouldn't be in your hand. Your keys should be in your hand.
Yeah, I think I need to work on that.
Yeah, well, you need to come to a seminar. But then we show them that yes, you can punch. You can break a board, which means you can break a rib. And we teach you how to punch and how to kick and how to do some basic self-defense. Not enough to fight somebody,
But enough to fight them
but
off
like
that
to
you
get
can get
away. In a worst case scenario, how to use your nails to get DNA, if it comes to that. 2 hours, 3 hours later, they're having fun, we're beat up, we're getting every bump and bruise, and I'm like, there's our badge of honor. And I want them to kind of almost hurt us to show they can do it.
To show they can do it, to build up their confidence, like God forbid you're in that situation, you don't freak out.
You can hurt me, you can hurt somebody else.
Yeah.
And if I work with bruises on my arms, again, these aren't techniques that's going to break my arm or put me out of work for 6 months. These are enough to say, ooh, I don't want to attack this person. I want a victim. I don't want someone who's going to fight back.
Well, I would love to hear more about you. You talked about being in the area. What do you love about the Cherry Hill area and being a part of this community?
I grew up here.
Okay.
I went to Sharp.
But you stayed here.
I did.
So that's got to say something.
I went to Beck. I went to East. And when our kids were born, I said, I want them in this school system. I know what it's done for me. So I live literally 2 minutes from here in the Cherry Hill area. I live behind the big Planet Fitness on Route 70. The neighborhood has taken me in and said, yes, we love you, and I'm building up this big reputation in the neighborhood now. Kids from Sharp, Beck, East, adults, PTA. We did a PTA function with a little kids self-defense seminar, bully busters almost, and we had 25 kids out here. We teach them just some basic stuff. Stranger danger. What do you do if someone attacks you? You sit, scream. You're not my parent. Someone's going to help you at that point.
Yep.
So I loved it. Like I said, I've grown up here. I've been in the area since I was a little boy.
We don't need to talk years.
But it's just become home. And I want to get back to my home.
Oh, I love that. Now, for someone like me, who's never been involved with any kind of martial arts, what would you say to an adult or to a child who, whether they're intrigued or curious, what could it do for me? What would you say to someone who's curious?
For you, your journey is your journey. Your path is your path. Let's get you started. And you come out, you're gonna shock newsflash. She's coming tonight to take class. She doesn't know it yet, but she's coming in to take class tonight. It's your journey. I don't care if you can do every kick. I don't care if you can do what they call a tornado roundhouse kick, where you're doing 2 flips in the air.
Yeah.
Can you teach it to me? Can you tell me how to do it? If you can, then you understand the technique. So come out and try a class. Come out with your kids. Again, if you test with your family, it does nothing better. You don't forget it. I just want people to try. Knowing what it's done for me,
You know that it can help
knowing
somebody else.
if you ever need it to help save your life, you have some kind of training. I don't care if it's with me, somewhere, trained somewhere. And I think it's important. I think what adults should train. Even just to teach you how to fall. My oldest student,
so you don't break a wrist.
my oldest student was 77 years old.
77.
77. We taught him how to fall just in case. And that's what we spent the first 2 weeks on, teaching him how to fall.
Never really thought about something like that, but
How many people fall and break their head?
yeah.
Or they fall and they put their hand down, they break their wrist. You want to fall the whole side. Remember, the outside is soft. The inside, this is tough, the inside is soft. So you want to fall
When it's off.
What we're talking, you know what I heard.
See, clearly I have.
Why she's come take a class.
I need to learn how to fall.
But we want to teach. I want you to know. I just think it's such a good thing. I've done team sports. I preach team in here. No one gets left behind. Somebody's like, no, we're not a team. It's individual. You get to that black belt day, you need your team behind you.
To help lift you up.
I needed my team. I was ready to say, during my black belt test, all the scar tissue started breaking away. I was done. I said, see that corner? I said, put me in the corner. Kick some dirt over me. I'm good. But nope, get up. They kept picking me up, until I got to the point. I was like, oh, thanks. I got it. I remember what I was there for. But I needed my team that day.
And I love the way you talked about, trying to get back to the community that gave to you. And I would love for you to tell everybody why it is so important to, support local businesses and small businesses as opposed to maybe some of the bigger gyms and.
Yeah, I mean, we're all here trying to make a living. Some of us do it the right way, some of us don't. I want to support people who do it the right way. I just think nothing's a given. I took over, I spent 37 years in the automotive industry. I walked away from that in COVID to take this school over.
Really?
I started at 25 students when I took over from the owner. And I just hit 105 during COVID.
That many?
That many, and less. I just had my 1-year anniversary here Tuesday.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. So he didn't think I was going to do it. And he was ready to shut the school down. Do not shut the school down.
Really, this place it's too important what it has done for me.
It's too important for me, it's too important for the community. I know if I can get here, I can reach the community. And I have. So I'm going to support local businesses in the community. I go to my dry cleaner, I'm going to Sun Solo Cleaners for forever. She's struggled through COVID. We kept supporting her. Even the little things. Okay, just wash the shirt.
Yep.
Is it clean? I don't care. Wash the shirt.
You don't care. Just give you some business.
We all have to support each other. My adult students, they realize that. They're helping where they can. I have 2 students who have a bowl of candy over there. They find themselves fit up with granola bars or lollipops or whatever. It's like, we're doing it. We want to help.
Kind of just like that, the basic idea of pay it forward.
Yeah.
That, if you
Absolutely.
put your energy out there, it's going to multiply.
They see how hard I work. They see I'm here every day at 9 o'clock till 12, 12:30. I go home, I have lunch, and come back. I'm here from 4 to 9 every single day. And if somebody can't make a class, I'll teach you during the day. I do not care. Let's just get you in here. Let's help. Whether we help next door with the haircut place or the paint store, we're always talking to each other, just trying to support. If they have a problem, he's going to call them. I'll bring 10 students down to help. So it's just what we do.
I love that. Being able to support the community, giving back, it's just, at the end of the day, that's what's really important and what you're going to be known for.
It's what's needed right now. Forget if my business is successful or not. It's what's needed to bring not only our community, but the country back together again. I want my martial arts, my students to be not only good students, but good people.
Good people. You can't see it's.
There is no race in here. There is no color in here. We're just, the only color we have is what's around our waist.
What color belt do you have?
It does not matter. Special abilities, non-special abilities, everyone takes the same class. And we just keep going through it.
I love that. Well, Joe, thank you so much for being here. Joe Mertz from Cherry Hill Martial Arts and Fitness. Any children, adults out there, a little curious, want to see what it's about, get in touch, take a class. You never know. It could change your life just like it did his.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. It's Hilary Ettenson with parkbench.com. Thank you so much for watching.